Helmstedt, a quiet town in Lower Saxony, yet once one of the most important places along the inner German border. For decades, this region stood on the front line of the Cold War, divided by walls, fences and watchtowers. Just a few kilometers from here was the most important crossing point between East and West, the Helmstedt-Marienborn border crossing. Today, that frontier is gone, but its history is still visible throughout the region. And right here in the town center, one place tells this story in detail. The Zonengrenzmuseum Helmstedt. Helmstedt lies directly on what was once the border between West Germany and the German Democratic Republic, the GDR. For roughly 1400 kilometers, the inner German border cut through the country, blocking roads, railways and even separating families and friends. The nearby border crossing of Helmstedt-Marienborn, known to the Western Allies as Checkpoint Alpha, became the most important crossing point for travel between West Germany and West Berlin. It handled the majority of transit traffic and symbolized both division and connection. At the end of the video, I will share some additional fascinating border-related sites around Helmstedt that you won't want to miss. What was life like at the German border and how does this museum bring that history back to life? The Zonengrenzmuseum, the Museum of the East-West German border, opened in 1994 and is located in a historic building dating back to 1827. Its purpose is clear: to document the history of the inner German border, from its origins after World War II to German reunification in 1990. The exhibition is divided into 5 sections and combines original objects, photographs, documents, models and life-sized installations. Rather than just presenting facts, the museum reconstructs what the border actually looked like and how it functioned. A large model of the border installations shows the complexity of the system: fences, signal wires, watchtowers and minefields. You can even see portions of the original fence and the homemade escape ladder. A powerful reminder of the risks people took to flee the GDR. You can also find out more about the fragmentation mines that would detonate when anyone touched a tripwire. A major part of the exhibit focuses on the Helmstedt-Marienborn crossing point, including a large model of it. This was the most important opening in the Iron Curtain, which you had to pass through in order to enter the GDR to travel on to West Berlin or get to other countries in Eastern Europe. The museum also highlights how the border disrupted daily life. Roads and railways were cut. Businesses lost access to markets and workers. Even the region's energy supply was affected. You can learn more about a lignite mine in the border area that was run by East and West Germany. You'll also see the remains of a bus in the nearby forest that was placed exactly at the demarcation line before any border fortifications had been built, and which served as a meeting point for lovers and also for smugglers. Among the exhibits there are original uniforms, one of the motorbikes used for patrolling the death strip, and personal belongings. The local focus of the museum makes the history much more tangible. From time to time, the museum also has special exhibitions. During my visit, there was an exhibition of the rail traffic of the Western Allies between Helmstedt and Berlin during the Cold War. It is currently extended till the 31st of May 2026. The special exhibition perfectly complements the military train carriage used for escort by the Western Allied forces, which is permanently displayed behind the museum. If you want to explore this history further, there are several important sites just a short distance away from the museum. First, there is the Gedenkstätte Deutsche Teilung, the memorial to the division of Germany, located at Marienborn, the actual site of the former border crossing. As I mentioned, this was once the largest and most important checkpoint of the GDR on the inner German border. Today you can walk around the original complex, including passport control areas, control towers and inspection lanes. The site covers a large area and preserves the structure of the border system almost completely. Click here to watch the previous video that I made about this fascinating site. I'll also share the link in the description. The Magdeburger Warte is a historic observation tower on the western side of the former border. From here, visitors once had a view across the restricted zone into East Germany. Today it offers a vantage point to help people understand the geography of the border landscape. In the Zonengrenzmuseum you can find a plaque that was displayed in front of the tower during the last decade of divided Germany. Another key site is the Grenzdenkmal Hötensleben. This is one of the best preserved sections of the original border. Over a length of about 350 meters, you can see walls, metal fences, signal systems and watchtowers. It provides a rare, almost complete picture of how the border looked till 1989. Finally, there is the Marienborn railway station. Bahnhof Marienborn played a key role in Cold War transit rail traffic. Military and civilian trains passed through here under strict control, which continued all along the route between Helmstedt and West Berlin. Although most of the border installations and buildings have been demolished in the intervening decades, this place has always fascinated me. Around 20 years ago I visited the station for the first time and I met an old couple that lived in one of the houses next to it. The man talked about what the place used to look like and told me that at least 500 people used to work at this station. The Zonengrenzmuseum and its surrounding sites preserve the memory of a divided Germany and show how deeply that division shaped people's lives. Today, these places stand not just as historical sites, but as reminders of how fragile and valuable freedom and unity can be.